Good morning, my name is Calvin, and in this video series we're going to be building a modern shed that I have designed over the past week or so. And yeah, this is day one of the build.
Alright, before we get started, we gotta talk about what the shed is built on. So, we started off here with just an old shed base. We had a metal corrugated shed in the back. It's been there for about 10 years. So there was a pre-existing base, but this shed, the footprint is a lot larger and in a different orientation than our old one. So I just started by clearing out the area, digging the pit here, as you can see, to the proper dimensions of the shed. We used clear stone to fill up the hole, and you can see I have a green line landscaping cloth which helps add tensile strength to the base. Because there's a pre-existing base here on the left, we didn't have to clear that out, it was already compacted. So I ended up just building the base on top of that one. So here you can see it's all finished up. We have about 12 inches of clear stone in the new part and about 6 inches over the old base, and it's all held together by the landscaping cloth. Next up, we had to build the forms, which you pour the concrete into and it holds the concrete in place. And of course I planned all this beforehand, because you want at least 6 inches of over base around your concrete forms. This is the morning of the day the concrete came, and as you can see I have my steel reinforcing mesh. Concrete has great compressive strength, so you can push down on it a ton, but when it comes to getting pulled apart, that's where it has its weakness. So by adding this mesh, you increase the strength of the concrete. This is a picture here of the truck. It's a mix on-site concrete truck. So you're only charged for the concrete that you use. As you can see here, concrete has been poured in, the wire mesh has been, as we were pouring it, we lifted it up so it was kind of floating right in the center, not lying right on the ground. And yeah, after a little bit, when the concrete hardened, I settled my anchor bolts in, which is what I will anchor the walls to, so that it doesn't move on top of the concrete pad. And finally here you can see, this is about 3 days later, I've taken off the forms, and of course I added a nice broom finish on the top, so it has a bit of grip. And yeah, to note, the concrete pad, the top of it is about 3 to 4 inches above the grade of the existing ground. On the left side here it's about 5 inches, and on the back side it's about 4 inches, and this is just to prevent snow melt from getting on top of the concrete pad. So any water that does accumulate along the side of the shed, it goes down into the base, hence the clear stone base, and doesn't affect the wood or rot it out. So I let the concrete pad set for 2 weeks, allowing it to reach about 90% of its final strength, and now it's ready to be built on.
So here's my wall plans. This is for the front, the entrance, 3 top windows. So this is to the side, and then the other 2 sides, the adjacent one to this, and then the back is pretty simple. Our stud 16 inches on center. To give you guys an idea of what the shed's gonna look like, this is a quick thing I drew up in about 10 minutes, hence the not so straight lines. But it's gonna have a siding here that's gonna match our house. It's gonna have a nice brown trim along the windows and roof. And then we're gonna have thin cedar strips that go all the way along and into underneath the overhang of the roof, and nice double sliding cedar barn doors. So this is my supply of wood here. Got a bunch of 1/2 inch 4x8s, and of course we have all the wood here, which I picked up over the last week. So yeah, let's get started. Hey guys, so we just got the front wall up. Took about 3 people to move over. And yeah, so now everything is sitting flush and straight. It's all nailed together. I just have to put the anchor bolts here to tie the piece of pressure treated wood down to the concrete floor. But yeah, shed's really starting to take shape now. And we'll get the roof rafters up after lunch.
Cause my mother told me as a child, boy, don't play around with fire, cause you might just end up getting burned. And I know the wicked never rest, so I always try my best. But there's some lessons hard for me to learn, like good boys don't play with bad girls. Good boys stay away from them bad girls, them bad girls. The good ones just can't get me high, so I be falling on my lap for one of these bad girls. You bad
I'm just installing the track for the sliding door here, and I measured out where all the holes go for the track up on the shed over there, and I just used the drill to drill through all 6.5 inches of siding, which was a little scary to drill through the cedar, but I checked a number of times, so there's a few little holes, and I'll go over there and show you what I did. So as you can see, I have drilled the holes all the way along the top here, and if you come inside, you can see that I added some 2x8s on the back, double thick, and I have some long carriage bolts which are just going to suck together and hold the rail on it. And I drilled right through the header of the door here, and then again some more 2x8 blocking to help support the door.